Welcome, nerds, geeks, and other like-minded individuals to the Nerd vs. Universe podcast, where we're creating a non-toxic environment to talk about our favorite fandoms for fun, not for hate. I'm iSin, and my co-hosts Jade and Freya agreed to do this podcast, and this is our pilot episode, our brainstorming episode for the podcast. No one noticed, or no one knew I was recording this podcast, so enjoy my sneaky shenanigans. And then after this pilot, you can look forward to our real first episode, episode 1, Star Trek versus Star Wars. Hey, keep it nerdy and enjoy the episode.
Yeah, so Freya and I, this is basically going over our
resume of nerddom.
Nerddom resumes, like kind of where our nerd stuff lies and our knowledge base. So I'm an overall geek of many trades. I definitely hit a lot of the big series, Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who. Definitely, I haven't seen all of everything, but I try to watch as much as I can. But stuff of that nature. Big movie nerd. I've watched way too many. I also do martial arts. I'm into tabletop RPG, tabletop gaming, big theater nerd, Broadway nerd over here. You may hear me break out into song a lot. Sorry. And I'm also a PC gamer, which is very fun, but a lot of different classic nerdy things, Renaissance fairs and stuff like that. Give me something nerdy, give me something geeky, and I'm all for it.
Wonderful. Jade?
Fun times. All right, I am Jade, and I guess as Freya likes to call me, the resident word nerd.
Yes.
I love reading, I always have. I should read more, though, in my adult life.
Shouldn't we all?
I like to
do
write
read too, but
all that fun stuff. I'm also a PlayStation gamer. I'm kind of hesitant to call myself a gamer. I'm kind of a later in life gamer. I mean, I played Nintendo stuff, but I'm heavy into Borderlands at the moment. I also do like anime, but I'm not even going to start listing that right now. I have a very high appreciation for classic literature, which I guess is kind of part of my background. I like some horror and thriller movies, mostly books. I'm kind of a crafty nerd too, knitting and sewing and all that fun stuff. Keeps my mind occupied. And of course, playing Pathfinder. I'm actually in 2 campaigns right now. It keeps me busy.
So you both have a campaign.
Yeah,
together,
we
right?
actually do have a campaign together.
In common.
Yeah, a lot of our things overlap. We both are the resident baby witches.
I mean, I've been paying
You've
for
been
a long
more
time.
Yeah. I'm a baby witch in comparison.
Mm-hmm. And I've been part of you guys' campaign before, years ago, so I know what that's like.
Yeah,
so
you understand what our stuff is. But...
Oh, yeah.
Tabletop RPG, game nights, board games, card
games.
games.
And how do you do your Twitter handle again? So how do people find you?
Oh, yeah, so you can find me at Jade Siren, but I'm complicated, so it's spelled JADES1R3N.
That's right, and you're also our disembodied voice at the moment, so if you ever want to see what Jade looks like, you have to go to her Twitter.
So there.
You'll also see pictures of my cat.
Yeah, you'll see that on most of our Twitter.
But he's such a handsome man.
He's very handsome.
And
animal lovers, all of us.
I am iSin Gaming. You can call me Sin or iSin. Let's see, I do historical European martial arts. That means I get my longsword out, I get in armor, and I hit my friends. And we have a real fun time doing that. We do that at Renaissance fairs. So that's the kind of nerd I am. I also love, Star Wars, Star Trek. I'm sure a lot of you guys are following me right now on Twitter. I also do a lot of PC gaming. One of my hobbies is streaming. That's why there is iSin Gaming at the end of my Twitter handle. So you could also catch me playing my games. So come check me out and hang out there. And give me some ideas for the show. Thanks, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Big reveal.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know, it's not a surprise anymore.
Gerald gets mad at me because I always call things.
Oh, I do that too.
He's like, you watched this before, and I was like, no, I
No.
haven't.
I had that
It's like,
same
how
issue.
did you know? I'm like, it's thematic to the genre.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on.
It's
Like,
just-
I remember when my mom figured out, like, the Sixth Sense, like, so freaking early. And she's like, and he's dead. He's dead. like, she figured it out. Like, I'm always good at calling the bad guy. Yeah, the bad guy, or like, it's gonna be this, or it's gonna be that. This is what's gonna happen. Just watch.
Yeah, just calling the plot out.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's just so obvious it's painful. It's nice to be in a place where things stay clean, kind of.
Oh my god, 90% of the time, like, it's amazing. Like, if I move this stuff or put it away, it's
I
gonna
wouldn't
be...
do that at my house. I've given up there.
Oh my god, well, that's why I stopped doing it here. That's why I loved always the comments on, like, oh, if you could just learn how to clean. You know how to cook and you know how to bake. Now if you just learn how to clean, that'd be so great. Fuck you.
Yeah, that was like my last major fight was when they accused me of being dirty and messy. And I wasn't having it.
No.
Okay, so we were just talking about movies, so I wrote down Clueless or The Silent Skeptic versus The Outspoken Interrogator. Like, or like what we were. I don't know if that was quite it.
Are
The
those
outspoken
movies?
integrity. No, that was what we were just talking about. Like, it was just like
The people who are like,
who call things.
oh my god,
Yeah.
like, I did not see that
And the
coming.
other person's just sitting there quiet, and they're,
Like-
yeah, they're just like, oh wait,
Like,
are
wait
you
for it,
serious?
wait for it.
The intelligent gap in America.
Yeah.
Called it.
Yep. You're like,
Oh yeah, no, that's a good one. I like that one. Because I mean, there's been way too many times. where it's
we
like-
like your music, but could you dumb it down a little bit? It's a very common thing that happens.
I'm not gonna. Well, one of those things is just like, I don't know. Like a movie will start. I'm like, I don't like him, or I don't like that person. I don't like that person.
Yeah.
It's that one. I don't like them. It's not him. That one. Like I remember like calling like, I mean, stupid, silly ones like The Incredibles or like the easy ones. I was like,
Right.
oh come on, like
There's a
bad guy.
Right.
There's a bad guy.
Right. Again, but
That's why I
sometimes
love being surprised, because I'm rarely surprised. I'm like,
Yeah.
it is great when
Yeah.
you are generally surprised. Yeah.
it's a nice feeling.
Well, I mean, yeah.
To bring up nerd stuff,
like
these two different camps are essentially what you're describing when people get upset about The Last Jedi, really. I think.
What do you mean? Calling it versus not being able to call it, or it's
The people who enjoyed being surprised, kind of, really enjoyed it. And then a lot of people didn't like the fact that they tried to get surprised. You know what I mean?
gotcha.
They
They went for too much of a surprise.
Well, he intentionally goes for inverting expectations, right? So,
yeah, but
Right.
that was too much though.
but
Well, then again-
there's a whole list.
I was just about to say, that
I was just
guy-
saying in general. That's kind of
I was just about to say, because I'm not exactly gonna lie, the
I
execution
get
on some
crucified
of
for
those
liking that
movies
movie.
does not help that universe.
helped. No,
Does not help that universe.
they had no idea where they were going with that universe.
I don't know, but they,
Like,
they've
I will
had
wing
a
it.
lot of fun inside places.
We
in
got
that universe.
billions
I
of
like
dollars
that.
at stake. We'll wing it.
I mean, there's a lot more now. But again, I just don't know if you can get the amount
That
of
just makes me
breadth
happy.
because of the fact that Star Trek was so episodic. Hell, what about
Well.
Stargate? Stargate versus not Star Trek, but any kind of.
Oh, you're gonna go there? I'm just gonna go with Firefly.
No. Listen. So I was saying, Stargate. Well, Stargate's one of the few that takes
I actually
place.
really haven't seen Stargate. I know.
I know I've seen a
really.
couple, but I barely
Yeah.
remember.
Well, it's one of the few that actually takes place mainly on Earth. It dials up to new locations.
Right, and then-
there is
and then
no
they go-
travel. Like it takes that travel ship part out of it.
Well,
So
Oh,
it makes
so it's
some of
mostly the
so it makes some of it a
That's how
little
most of the
more
Star
more
Wars
realistic.
shows-
So
in-
100?
I have not seen that. I do
Okay.
not know what that is.
That's pretty good.
Because it started on
I mean, only
Earth, the
one
premise
or two.
anyway, but then you saw them on the ship.
Yeah.
Really was kind
It's
of
a
the
common
beginning.
thing in shows. So all the Star Wars shows kind of do the same thing. Usually in season 1, it's very localized to either the same planet or the very same location. Very rarely do they change locations.
Mm-hmm.
But so like in Star Wars Resistance,
stationary, or more closed systems versus very open.
Yeah, well,
Open
the world
worlds.
expands as the characters grow.
Yeah.
Right. So So, like in Rebels, they started on just the planet Lothal, and then they joined the Greater Rebellion, and then they traveled around.
Oh, what's it called?
But
Jill, slightly going back, because I just thought about this. Going back to like the people who can like pick things out versus people who can't. There's this prize thing.
Mm-hmm.
We like books. We like literary stuff. We know about the shotgun on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know that if they show it, it's gonna be a thing.
Well,
like,
it kind of should be a thing, but it's not.
If they
always
mention that thing, it's gonna be because that happened with Solo. I hadn't seen Solo, and like I specifically saw like a movement where like the guy like showed like the palm thing. Yeah. Or, like whatever, like 5 seconds. I'm like, oh, so he stole the card. Now he's gonna win the game, and that's how he gets it. And Dad's like, oh, you saw this? I'm
it's
like,
actually a little more complicated.
I know, but I just broke it down quick in the the basics of it. Like, this is gonna be a thing.
That should be implied. Yeah.
This is the thing, and that's what's gonna happen.
But that's the thing. It wasn't quite what you think it would be, so that's why it's But it does come up.
You know,
You're
it's
right.
important. It's already.
You already know that's how it used to talk. Like
yes.
It's duh.
But still, it's what.
Well, it should be duh. May not be duh for some.
Okay, I still haven't actually seen it, so I don't really know. I'm just saying.
You're right on
It's
target.
the shotgun on the wall principle, basically.
Right.
They put it there. They mention it. They point it out. When is it going to be used? And
that reminds me of the greatest sin in Hollywood is always telling and not showing. You know what I mean? So in the prequels, one of the worst parts about Episode 2 was when Anakin and say like Obi-Wan, they're talking to each other, and they're just kind of referring to them having good times instead of you ever seeing them have good times.
Yeah.
Which is why the Clone Wars
helped
it so
great.
much. But it's like, no. Do a flashback. Show me something.
Can't you guys do a montage?
Yeah. Something, right?
Like, dude, you can fade in and out all you want. Just give us a couple.
Right? Family Guy does it all the time. Come on.
Well, yeah, and we jump around all the time nowadays.
The cartoon land, because Bob's Burgers versus Family Guy.
Well, I mean, you can do a lot of cartoons versus.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
Okay,
so
that's an interesting one.
Like a
modern
cartoons, like how are they? Like
how are they similar?
How they've evolved.
Avatar
into
is it
something.
an anime?
What?
Yeah, Avatar is it an anime?
That's a good one. That's hard. I'm like,
no, it's a cartoon. No, it's an anime.
No, okay, so you know what?
It's anime style cartoon.
It's the same. Right. It's the same way that it's the same way that the only like champagne can come from Champagne, France. It's the same thing.
Like cognac or any of that stuff.
Yeah,
right.
Can only come from there. It can come from anywhere, but it's like a technical thing.
Yeah, that's
basically
that's where the name came from.
It's the Prosecco of anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Right?
And it's bubbly as hell.
It's like the most meaningless debate ever, but God, it's a good show. It's just a good reason to talk about the show.
I've only seen bits, but I know that
I've
seen
so
some. I started trying to watch that
you could actually watch it.
Ago. Like I'm talking like 9-10 years ago.
Yeah, when it first came out.
No, when it was first on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's not long ago. Like it's been on for a while.
So for the anime debate, I actually wrote down anime style cartoon versus anime champagne anime.
I'm just happy we got notes. All right.
Oh, notes for days, son.
There we go.
No,
I
mean, yeah.
What'd you lose?
No. I'm just happy.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Well, because it's allowed. Because hell, we're just planning shit and it's already sounding good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. Alright, it's just talking. For the most part.
Common interest, speaking, research.
Right. And then we'll talk to people who are just like us.
Because there are plenty.
Oh yeah, they exist.
Oh yeah.
They follow me on Twitter.
Soon they'll follow all of us.
Oh, hopefully. So yeah, you guys gotta find some handles. Are you gonna use your current Twitter or are you gonna do a different one?
I don't mind using my current Twitter. I have to do something else about Facebook though, maybe. I don't want mine's personal and private. I probably just wouldn't friend any But if we have like the if we actually have one for the...
we'll just make pages off of our
pages.
regular page. Yeah, for this. Yeah.
So.
What do you call it? Send me a tweet when you have a chance.
Okay. I'm pretty sure. Did I change it? It used to be at October Kitty. I might have to change it.
Yeah,
I'm not following October Kitty, so yeah, tweet me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't tweet.
I have to put it back on.
I know. I need to I had one. I really did. I tried it for a little bit. Like me and my friend were trying to do back when I was in property management. And Grug Cave Management.
It's a weird. That's a pretty fun name.
Yeah, it was. We were entertained by it. This was the same woman that I saw. She had an N7 thing on her, on her wrist, and I was like, "What is your favorite stop on the Citadel?" She called me Rex. I called her Shepard.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm. I did enjoy all those.
I need to play the recent one.
See, that's gonna be that's gonna be that PC console thing, because you can play that on console, can't you?
Come on.
Yeah, it originally came out, I think, for the consoles. Yeah,
it's so much not easier, but I mean easier.
What, the console? Or our computer?
I have much more control.
Oh yeah,
I've always had problems.
Modding is the best part.
I always have issues with the thumbs and the thing and the.
I've
never been finger
keyboard and mouse is so much more accurate for anything than
well, the problem is that I get nervous and scared about things, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. And I'm not gonna lie. I have to admit,
the panic is real.
I would probably be really funny for streaming. People would just watch me being like, "What the fuck is she gonna be scared?"
Oh yeah, we'll get you playing some like scary games and shit.
Oh god, that would be so bad.
Be so good.
Oh my god, I have one. What was it called? Until Dawn?
Oh yes!
Yeah, I know
I've been wanting to play that.
I have her come over and drink wine and play it with me, so I don't have to go to bed alone.
We will make an episode of it.
Gerald doesn't like horror things.
I can't. I have to admit,
kill each other.
I don't mind horror things. I don't
just
go after them.
Like the storyline. You're not really. You're kind of playing. It's more of a story.
It's more of a
story.
It's one
of them. It's that.
You
choose,
I got the
but it's like
who lives at the end, who dies,
and people die.
It's
like
a
3,000
story, right?
Yeah,
you can play it differently every time.
The butterfly effect is a part of it actually. So anytime you'll make a decision that'll change the course of it.
I played a game like that.
That's cool.
It was very decision based and stuff like that. I remember one decision you had to make was on a quick fly, and you had a gun, and the decision trees were as scattered as your mind would be. So you had to really look very quickly. Oh, what do I do? Which one is the one where I don't kill the guy? I'm not gonna lie. Saved beforehand, accidentally shot him right at the first time. Like, no.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that.
I always wonder how much it actually affects the story. Because some games give you the illusion of story, and it really just kind of brings you all to the same.
Well, I mean,
track kind of
I
thing.
appreciated the one game that I played, one of my old computer games. If you didn't complete all the quests, because basically you were on the Titanic, you were a spy on the Titanic, and you end up all in the middle of
spying to the iceberg.
No, it's just because political stuff's also going on around this time, but people are on the Titanic, and you're doing all these different things, and if you get everything, everybody has the best outcome. You have to work for it though, because everything that happens, you start in an apartment. It's World War II. You start in an apartment basically being like, oh, if I had done this or if I had done that, actually the war would have been avoided because of all the different things that you do on the Titanic before it goes down.
Like Mace Windu in the Clone Wars.
So it was really good. I loved it, but there was definitely times where you're just like, oh man, I missed something because that good outcome didn't happen. They were very
In the game I was just recently was it Kingdom Come? So your village gets raided by an army, and you're just a blacksmith, and you have no chance against the enemies. Which you wouldn't, right?
You're a blacksmith. You gotta have some damn good shoulders and weapons around.
You never fought with a sword in your life, and you're going against trained soldiers in mail.
Yeah,
no chance. But and in that game, you do not have a chance.
Okay, fair enough.
But so you're trying to escape the town, and you're running for your life. You luckily know a secret passage around the castle, kind of. But as you're leaving, a girl who like the character kind of has interest in, but isn't his main girl at the time. She's about to get like raped by 3 soldiers.
Oh wow!
That you have no chance against, but totally determined to
not
at least save her in some kind.
Stop.
I had to do it like 6 times, but she got away, and I eventually got away myself. But I was like oddly determined to do that. But I'm really curious of how it's going to like actually play out.
Women in video games
Because like later in the game, she saves you.
Oh,
Though I can also see how they could cut her out of that, because she technically doesn't really save you. It's the soldiers later on that also were looking for you, and the timing just happened to work out. But
yeah, no, because I mean, there's different ways to do a lot of games.
So caught up in that game,
but yeah, no, because that's oh god, those kind of games are just ooh. That's a good one, especially in the vein of like PC gaming style of game in general. You've got like the Borderlandy MMOs type of like things, Fortnite, right. All that kind of stuff versus
strategy
a solitaire, or like a not like a first person shooter, but like a solo game.
There's a lot of genres, yeah.
There's a lot of different genres in that.
Solo play versus multiplayer.
First person shooter versus like more of a very much of a story based game.
RPG style, right?
Yeah, so that's a whole other section, because that's
a bunch of different.
Well, yeah, because that's open world versus closed world. Because I do not like open world games; they just drive me nuts. But then again, because then again, I'm also
really. A lot of these new games, you almost can't finish these open world games.
Yeah, and that's what drives me nuts. I can't. Like, some people are still talking about playing. What is it?
Should they play? Yeah, they still play Skyrim.
Skyrim, that's the one. I'm like
all the time. I don't know how many times Chris played that game.
I can't.
Modding makes a big difference. So having other people create things, that's my biggest that's why PCs are awesome. You know what I mean? It's like, you can play Jedi Fallen Order, but I played Jedi Fallen Order.
That's why you're the console, and that's why we have nerds of different types.
And it's gotten so easy.
I'm not gonna lie, you should put that I'm the kids stuff nerd, because...
Kids stuff nerd?
Oh, I know all the child shows, a lot of the...
Thank you for
animated kid stuff. I know a lot of that.
Yeah.
But, because, I mean, that's also why, because open world bugs me.
What?
I'm too tired to explain.
I don't got time for all that shit.
Well, no,
give me a main story, let's get this done.
I don't know, it's one of those things I don't like. I like being told kind of what
I need a direction.
I like a direction.
I want my story to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Exactly. I don't mind side quests. I don't mind stuff, but I like a basic story. I love like the Darksiders. So like things for that. There's one I still need to play. I think you play as as the female Fury.
Yep. Oh, right. I downloaded that.
I haven't played it yet. I need to do that. I need to redo a lot of things.
Yeah, it was interesting, but I didn't get to play a lot.
But you know what? The thing is that console is fine because of some of the I got a console mainly because of some of the games that I wanted to play that were only on that console. That was especially the Uncharted series.
I am tempted to get a console.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, it's different. So do you get the one console? Then which one do you get?
I was gonna say
versus
PlayStation 5 or the Xbox.
Well, I agree. I enjoy the PlayStation because I have one as well. But then because the Switch is a nice supplementary console,
I would like to have a Switch.
That's the thing, though, is that you have to keep buying all these different ones versus a computer which you build once.
That's why I'm too broke to have multiple consoles.
You know what I mean? That's the only problem with.
But if you had all, say 3. That is depressing because you had all 3 of them.
Yeah, but they're more likely to
I'd
get
rather just have a PlayStation PC and the Nintendo Switch.
Well, that's what we'd have. I mean,
yeah,
that's
like the perfect 3.
I know. I'm
out of 4.
What?
Out of 4.
Well, I mean, there's other ones, right? Isn't there's the Wii? Don't people still have that? People still have older things that they use too.
Oh yeah,
you know,
like
Super
Nintendo.
And I don't like Xbox.
I mean, I was always a Nintendo person. Like, we had a Super Nintendo, but that was the last like console I owned until
this. I really kind of
I did not have consoles, really. Because I ended up being a weird little PC gamer. Like, that's kind of what happened. I made the Switch even then.
Really missed the Zelda series.
But then again, I think that's because my dad wanted to be a PC gamer, so we just started getting stuff, and then I liked it too.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, yeah, he's the one who got because we got, the full joystick, because he liked playing the flying game. He loved playing the flying game.
It's also better for your carpal tunnel.
Yeah, well, because I love playing the Indiana Jones game that I was telling you about.
I've got plenty of wrist control already, so...
That's tends to be a male thing.
I said, I got it. I didn't say you got it.
That's fine. It's a different kind of...
I'll play my joystick for...
Different kind of wrist control. Trust us.
Yeah, I always play with a joystick. But, no, the new Star Wars game is coming out. Flying game finally coming out.
So... But yeah. Ooh. I like his...
Oh, you like that? That's good.
Oh, no, not that.
The general situation.
I know what she actually... You do this. I get it, the podcast thing. I get it. So I think this will sound great. I think we're doing it.
It's like one of those things. I think we can at least get a good few episodes out. We really can.
Absolutely.
And give it a really good shot.
Right. And then by the time we get those things out, we'll have, new things happening that are obvious. And, like you were saying before, what our listeners will tell us shit they want to cover.
Yeah. People will let us know.
Want to hear about shit. Yeah.
So
that's what I have to prepare myself for, is not getting it.
Well, yeah, that's the comments
for my bio,
and stuff
did
like
you throw a sword fighter on there?
Sword fighter.
Oh, martial arts. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, she's a ninja too.
So.
Yeah, we fight.
I do flow toys. I'm a hooper mostly.
A hooper?
Yeah.
That's got its own definitely geeky following. That's a thing.
It definitely has a following.
Community.
Sure.
They're awesome.
Mm-hmm. Good people who?
Oh yeah.
They tend to be really fun people.
I'm actually in a flow wand. I'm in a Levy wand forum too, and they're such nice and real people. I'm just I need this in Facebook, so I'm just glad it's there amongst all the fucking crazy shit. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm gonna go in this thing instead. So yeah, I'm definitely a flow-me, I guess.
Flow-me?
Yeah, because I mean, mostly a hooper. I've been doing that for about 6 years, and then I recently picked up the staff, so the contact staff has been a lot of fun. And I have a Levy wand.
That staff was nice.
Wait, what stuff? What was it?
I have a contact staff. Yeah,
what
it's
so
it's like a staff. It's about that big.
It would need to be taller for me to actually use.
Right. So roughly to your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do with it?
And it has it's definitely a beginner's, because it has the binding at the end, so you're not gonna break it as easily.
Okay.
So it kind of buffers your hits and also on yourself.
What are you hitting? Yeah, I know.
I've whacked myself and had a rogue a couple times.
Yeah.
But,
I did the same.
You should have seen the bruises when I was doing the bow staff for the black belt thing.
Yeah, bow staffs.
Oh my god, it was bad. It looked like seriously, I had 3 marks right here.
No.
It was so bad. I'm like,
were you catching it with it?
Well, no, because if you're doing it right, you got the actual form. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get bruises because you're actually striking.
Right.
And stuff like that. So I just kept doing it. The problem is you hit roughly the same place all the time.
Not this big but that's essentially what it is.
Oh, those, okay. Yeah, I know a lot of fire performers who do that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, the thing was the fact that it's the summertime, so people are looking at my arms, and I look like a battered wife at this moment in time.
Well, you don't listen well.
Because Chris was like, no, you don't. I'm like, Chris, put your hand here. No, seriously. Yeah. He was like, you don't look like... You're telling people you're doing this, right? You're doing... I mean, with just the...
Yeah. You're like,
it looks bad, dude. Yeah. It's in the perfect spacing for your hand because of how it hits and the thickness of the staff.
Mm-hmm.
it's not good. I've got bruises on my shoulders. I've got bruises on my hips. I look like a wreck if people saw this.
Yeah, my hiking buddy.
Are you on IG at all? You are, right? You
What?
just don't post Instagram?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I technically
You should probably follow her because she's the badass.
What's she doing? Who is it?
It's a staff. It's Michelle C. Smith.
Okay.
Damn.
She's the one who did the Ray. Well, she wasn't dressed up as Ray, but she did the light.
Yeah, I saw that.
Video.
I saw that.
And now she's like her YouTube. She does a bunch of tutorials with staffs. Wow. She's been twirling batons since she was young as fuck. So if you want something nice and fun on your Instagram, show me you too. It's pretty fun.
I gotta recommit to Instagram like you guys. I know. To Twitter. Holy shit.
Yeah, I gotta actually get a Twitter again.
That's her profession.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Was she actually Ray or as the
No. She did.
I was gonna say it looks more impressive what she was doing in the movie.
It's fun because I'm kind of excited because I get to be like my full bisexual momness on Twitter. That is not connected to anything that people see.
Right. Power of anonymity.
Oh, this was the thing that got her basically like famous.
Oh shit!
Then this came out shortly after.
Damn.
Yeah, shortly after the Ray.
I'm saying this is more impressive than the whatever Ray was sword fighting like. But I can't believe
she's been doing this
in
for
all one
years,
take.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm sure she practiced a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then that's right. And then the chick actually like. The chick who was Ray actually watches it and responds to it. So reaction videos, yeah.
She's like, well.
She's like, holy crap.
I'm an amateur. Bye.
She's like, why didn't you hire her?
Well, how did I get this job?
Like, yeah, right. But that was, she's a lot of fun, and she
that
has
was awesome.
Tutorials and shit on YouTube.
That's good. I probably will check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got dibs on that Instagram game.
I prefer it.
Oh, what's good? You should put Ren Fair too, just in.
What's up?
Oh yeah,
Ren Fair as well.
nerds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of an all of the above, huh?
Yeah, we've got a couple that are all of the above.
Yeah, Ren nerds. Well, I guess I will start a document then in the Google under the Gmail.
Yeah, I need to log
Oh, okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then
oh my god, I'm gonna have
invite access to your regular email. Which will probably just make it easier.
Oh yeah.
I think you can give yourself permission and like edit
Yeah,
it
you
from
can.
Because
I
had to do
have two
for
Gmail accounts.
one job. I
I
had
do
to do
too,
something
yeah.
like that. So
Alright.
God, that was
I
amazing.
might have to figure that out on my phone. But yeah, so do some research on Star Wars or Star Trek because I want to be able to like talk semi-intelligently. I've got Gene Roddenberry and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a lot of
Actual research.
real meat there to research. Yeah, but it's good.
Oh, no.
And Star Trek, that's fun.
I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to get into a deep delve and write down my notes and what I want to bring up or what I like. Because I mean, they would tackle some of like they had the first interracial kiss. That was a huge deal. You gotta remember there's a Soviet too on the ship at the height of the Cold War. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, promoting peace, pretty much saying like, look, we're all together. Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, like it's a lot of like they were breaking barriers for just the original, and then it kept going forward because I've seen like before Gene Roddenberry like was really all about inclusivity and all that kind of stuff like in this world, in our society, finally gotten past that point. Right. So that's a big thing that a lot of people say, particularly when they criticize the new Star Treks, like Discovery and Picard. They go, "This isn't Gene's vision. This isn't what he wanted. This isn't what his world should be like." Oh, it's a common. I know you haven't seen the new ones, but it's a common thing people say. But well, I don't agree with them. But yeah, I mean, like there's only so much you can do. I mean, there's still human nature. Let's be honest. But I mean, you got to tackle these issues so they can't just disappear, right? But I also, it's the way to tackle issues. I mean, hell, that's honestly why I loved the Orville before. I still haven't seen it. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so really well done. Like I enjoyed the fact that that's the way
Star Trek should be. And they are returning to episodic ones with the new one. But.
Yeah, it's very realistic. Like, if people were still us, like, this still makes sense. People are not going to change all that much just yet.
Oh, we're millions of years of evolution in animal that just...
yeah, so, but I like how Seth MacFarlane did it. He didn't make himself, like, the uber funny guy. I mean, like, he took it... You see him, like, trying at some points, but, like, you see him, like, really taking a step back and being a little more, like, serious in the role, and then it really lets everyone else shine.
The character arcs
it's great.
Of just the captains in general in Star Trek are really great.
Yeah, and I that's kind of what I like really about it. I mean, like, Star Wars is a fun ride. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think it's slightly simplistic in the stuff it likes to look at.
So yeah, I mean, they definitely throw their eye candy in there, but it's more of a gritty allegory of just the world as a galaxy instead of Gene had the idea of
utopia,
of our utopia
but
ideal,
also
what we should
also
strive for.
Issues.
Right, where Star Wars' universe is almost a mirror of our own. Like when he was doing the prequels with the takeover of the Senate and the manipulated wars, it was really a super allegory on Iraq happening right there.
Right?
Well, exactly. I mean, that's a direct allegory to the Iraq War that was happening around that time.
It's a direct allegory to people who want power.
Yeah, exactly. That's Palpatine playing both sides. So that's why it's better.
This is why we're gonna have a really good discussion about
Save it for the research.
But right, but that's
do your homework.
Because that's where I really like it because of how they go through that kind of like those deep issues and stuff like that. But
we tackle those deep issues in a different way.
I know, and we're gonna tackle them.
And we do it for all ages too. We do it for the kids. I mean, I know you guys are dropping a cartoon soon for Star Trek.
Oh my god, that looks very interesting. Below Decks.
Yeah, Below Decks.
So Below Decks is basically like almost like if Rick and Morty were on a Star Trek ship, essentially. Like, what are the lower people on the rung? Who are those people like that are just seriously running around? They're not the top cast.
The crew that doesn't work on the bridge.
Like the red shirts, like from that book.
The Expendables? Not the movie.
No, did you ever read the book Red Shirts?
No.
Oh, so good. So Audible has it. I think I have it in mind.
What's it about?
Will Wheaton narrates it. It's
he blocked me on Twitter. Little bastard. Fucking shut up, Wesley. Yeah, that's a little claim to fame right there. I saw Jaden down.
Oh no, I was looking up the Orville because I forgot the name of the
Orville. Yeah, because we were
talking. Now Will Wheaton blocking.
I don't want to start no freaking shit with Will Wheaton.
Oh, Wesley is fine.
I'll start the shit. And then you slide in, girl.
I'm not gonna lie. I loved his what was it? The tabletop thing that he did. I loved that show. Like, so I like him for all of
the tabletop show.
That's how we found Ticket to Ride.
I feel like
Castle
get
Panic
along.
and stuff
I don't know
like
why
that.
he blocked me.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. He'll be friends with us, and then he'll be friends with you again.
He's sorry.
I don't care about being friends with
I know. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Zero shits.
But
fine.
But I might be your
Fuck up Seth MacFarlane for me.
No, Seth MacFarlane, I love the way he does it.
I love that man. I want to.
And it's so fun because he's got a little Kermit on his desk and stuff. It's really fun.
That ain't easy being green.
Oh, it ain't. But so I like that one. But yeah,
well, that's a start, y'all.
Yeah.
I'll probably be talking about Futurama and the Orville every now and again in between.
Oh,
Futurama is my
By the
space
way,
movie.
Doesn't Remy remind you of Fry's little dog? A little bit. I know it's always so sad.
Why?
Sorry. All right.
Remy.
Oh, now you have to give the dog a hug and shit.
Yes, I do.
That episode of
they should have won a fucking Emmy, goddamn.
I know, right? Like,
and an Oscar. And a Golden Globe.
Who could have canceled you?
Oh, good boy.
Fox cancels everything.
Yeah,
Firefly.
Yeah, prime example.
Firefly. That's gonna be good.
So, can I post that episode?
Pardon? What?
I recorded all that. Gotcha.
Well, we'll have to edit, I'm sure.
Actually, I don't really see why, but yeah, we'll listen before we do it. 35 minutes. There you go.